What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. This is Mo Crypto and welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we're going to be talking about Pulse Drip, and a couple days ago it was its first month anniversary, and I just wanted to talk about a few things that are on my mind in regards to Pulse Drip and what has been going on in the Drip Network community on the Binance Smart Chain. It's not going to be a video, comparing both together, but I just wanted to talk about what has been going on in Pulse Drip, what are the latest updates that they've been having, and what has the chart been doing ever since its inception. So I'm not gonna delay the video longer than it has to be, so let's jump right into the graph. Okay, let's look at the chart right now. It looks like we're seeing some good momentum over the last couple of days. So as you guys can tell from the chart over here, we had a crazy pump, right? So as you guys can see over here, the price did a crazy pump, right? So we went from the launch, which was the 14th, all the way to $65 a few days later. Now, this would have seen some immense dumping within the first 2-3 days, right? But we didn't, and the reason why is because the way that they've launched the token was by allowing the people that were there in pre-sale that bought the tokens at $2 to actually stake their tokens, and that's all they could have done. They couldn't just dump it on the market, right? Now, a few days after that, after everybody had started staking all their tokens from the pre-sale, the launch price was at $2.50, so a lot more people were buying at a slightly more expensive price of drip. The price kept going up, and then we saw some decline slowly, all the way to around $13-14 mark at the end of August. Now, since then, they've added a mechanic, which is a beautiful thing about this protocol. They always want to make sure to edit as they go on and listen to the community and try to see the kind of actions the community is taking, because you could design something one way from the beginning, but then as time goes on, things change, and you just want to make sure to make it more sustainable, right? So what happened is, around this time, the price stabilized, and you can see it stabilized for a long time. And the reason why is because they've added a mechanic where every time somebody claims from their faucet, it actually deduces the amount of total drip they have into their deposit, right? So let's say my faucet has 100 tokens, and today I decide to withdraw 2 tokens that are what I've accumulated over the past couple of days. So I have 2 options. I can either claim it, and what's going to happen is I'm going to claim 2 tokens at the price of, let's say today it's $18, then that would be $36, $32, $36. Or what I could do is I can compound it, and that's going to add it to my tokens. I'm going to have 102. But if I claim it, what's going to happen is, instead of having 102, instead of staying at 100, I would actually end up with 98 tokens in my faucet, right? So then people started thinking, they're like, okay, so if I keep claiming every single day to recoup my investment plus a lot of profit every single day, one, I'm going to drain the ecosystem, and I'm not going to be able to keep this sustainable. And 2, I'm actually going to become a fish and not become a whale. So that's an expression that Max has been using, Moonshot Max, in a bunch of his videos. But essentially, you're going from becoming a whale to becoming a smaller whale or a baby whale, because you keep on claiming and lowering the amount of interest you make on a daily basis. So people didn't want that. So then they started strategizing. They're like, okay, so if I can't do that on a daily basis, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to compound more than I claim. Right? By doing so, you're going to end up growing your faucet, growing your daily returns, at the same time increasing the TVL of the protocol and allowing everybody to eat at the same time. And then what has happened since then is you see the price stabilize. And today, what we have been seeing over the last couple of weeks in the month of September, we actually started going up in price, right? So from the 11th, right? So that's 9 days ago. We stopped at around $12.40, and it started going back up and going back up and going back up. And you're thinking, okay, it's going to come down. But it has been consistently going back up, and right now we're sitting at $18. Now, guys, if that's not bullish, I don't know what is. I mean, these guys are doing some crazy work. Right now, there's 814 faucets that have been minted out of 5,000. And that's another very bullish part of the ecosystem. There's going to be a limit of 5,000 faucets, at which time, when all of those are going to be minted, they're going to be like, okay, right now we can choose to mint more faucets, or we can choose to stop it to make the protocol more conservative and more sustainable long term for everybody that's been invested in the protocol so far. So that's another mechanic where you don't have an unlimited amount of faucets available for you to create 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20. We know people in the Binance Smart Chain, for example, that have minted hundreds of faucets, 50 faucets if they have to. You know, like especially now with Triple D, everybody who's depositing in a faucet, they can choose to airdrop the winnings that they have to a new faucet, right? Everything is possible. And the other drip, now this drip right now is limiting the amount of supply and limiting the amount of token to 5 million. We're not going to be able to mint more than 5 million, right? So because the token supply is limited, it's going to make sure that the token price is always going to be inflating over time and growing bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's something that's going to be super bullish. And on top of all of that, it's on the Pulse Chain network, right? And Pulse Chain right now is popping. If you guys haven't seen what's been happening with Atropa, with PDAI, with Teddy Bear, I mean, these tokens have been crushing it. They've been blowing up. Right now, people made so much gains that the charts are actually going down in value because people are taking profits, which is good. Everybody should take profits when they have to. But guys, this ecosystem is not to be missed. And right now, I mean, let's look at my faucet, right? Let's look at my faucet. I started with 135 tokens, okay? I started with 135 tokens. I took back my ROI, right? When the price was between $40 to $60. Well, it was $60. It came down to $40. I took back my ROI in the first few days. I think it was the first 5 days. I took back my ROI, which was $300 at the time. So I deposited $300, which turned into $8,000, which over time, the price went back down because people took profits. It went all the way down to like 2,500, I think, or 2,200. And then it went back up to 3,000 now. Why? Because the price of the P-Drip token has been increasing. And to add on top of all of that, so right now I have 166 tokens because I went down to 132 and then I kept hydrating myself back to 166. It's growing at a slow pace, but it's at a beautiful pace because the price over here is sitting at $18. My faucet has 3,000, so I'm at a 10x right now. I'm sitting at a 10x. I'm sitting at a 10x a month later. Do you understand how bullish this is? This is crazy to me. I've never been in a project that launched, did a 30x, did a pullback, but remained at a 10x. That's crazy. That's good mechanics and a 1% ROI Dapp, right? Not only does it offer 1% here, but if you go to the garden, it offers you 1.5% with no decay. Now that's another bullish thing, right? You can get up to 300% in return in any of these tokens. You could do PLS, you could do PDAI, you can do PW, BTC, Hex, PulseX, Teddy Bear, USDC. You can get 300% on your USDC. If you put $100,000 of USDC and you compound every single day, if you claim every single day, you can make up, well, you can't really claim every single day because they have mechanics, but let's say you compound and then you claim when you can get up to $300,000, which is 3x, right? It's crazy. Like, the mechanics that they have in place are actually what's allowing the community to feel the good sentiment, the bullishness of the protocol, which is why we didn't break under $10. And that's what I feel like is going to prove to a lot of people that are doubting Pulse Drip that this is here to stay for a long, long time. And you know what, guys? If you haven't joined a faucet yet, all you have to do, and if you want to get started, you go to the Teams tab, right? So the website is pulsedrip.io. You go to the Teams tab. You put in my wallet address here. You can put my buddy address if you want to, or whoever buddy address you want to, and you click on change. That's all you have to do. Then you automatically are connected to a buddy. Then you can go to the faucet and you can purchase yourself an NFT. With the swap tab over here, you can exchange your Pulse tokens to P-Drip tokens. If you want to use a website to bridge, for example, some BNB to Pulse Chain, you can use Change Now. So just make sure to select BNB over here, BNB on the Binance Smart Chain. And then what you want is the Pulse token, right? You take Pulse Chain, and then you click Exchange. What that's going to allow you to do is it allows you to calculate the amount of Pulse you want. You put the address you want this Pulse to be sent to. It's going to automatically send it to you. That's perfectly fine. Another one that you can use is Pulse LN, right? This one over here. Oops. Pulse LN. This one, you could do the same thing. You can swap between BNB to Pulse, and this is your Pulse address. Everything is going to be very smooth. Then, once you have your Pulse tokens in your wallet, you can come over here and exchange your Pulse tokens for some P-Drip tokens. But if you would like to start a faucet, you would have to do at least 10 drips minimum, right? So 10 drip minimum is going to allow you to have your first faucet. It's a minimum requirement to begin one. With 10, you're actually feeling the dedication to actually come every single day and compound, you know? And if you don't compound after 7 days, you stop getting rewards. Another bullish thing. After 7 days, if you accumulate for 7 days and then you think it's going to keep going, it's not. After 7 days, you're going to have to come and compound. Otherwise, your tokens are going to stop generating any revenue for you, and you have to claim or compound at that point for it to continue, you know? It's just a lot of things are very bullish about the protocol. And I mean, if you go to Twitter right now, you guys can see that the team has been active, right? So they have a brand new game called Aquablaze that's going to be coming out soon that I'm super excited about. Once it does come out, I'm going to be telling you guys a bit more about how it works. But essentially, let's look at just briefly what the game is. As the game progresses, tickets prices rise, making it costlier for latecomers. Whenever you aim for the last ticket or dividend, snag affordable tickets early for a winning edge. Players buy tickets and choose a fighter. Each ticket purchase adds to the jackpot, known as the fight purse. Fighters, Blaze, and Aqua have unique attributes that affect dividends and jackpot shares. So anyways, it's going to be super cool, and I'm going to tell you guys more about it once I get more information about it, once it gets closer to release. This is a sneak peek of how it's going to look. I mean, it looks very sleek, very good. It looks like it's actually a really fun game, and I'm excited to play this game actually. The team has been also, like, Hustlman Matt is doing some good things. Eric is doing some good things. These guys have been guests on the 100x podcast in the past for other projects they've done, but now they're on here to talk about Pulse Drip. And I mean, I would highly suggest you guys to watch this interview because it's really, really cool. And they talk about how unexpected the launch was. That's the first 10 minutes, right? How unexpected the launch was, why they think that, why did they choose the name Pulse Drip out of anything else? And it's just a super fun listen. If you want to listen to it here on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. I mean, recently the price have increased, but they also broke over 800 faucets. There's a lot of things going on, guys. Now they have a contest going on that you can win a free faucet. If you guys want, you can just come over here and participate. There's just too many good things going on with Pulse Drip that it's hard to ignore. And for my friends in the BSC Drip network, you can't be attached to the project that much. I mean, you came to crypto because you want to make money. I don't know who comes into crypto to belong to one single team, one single community, and just don't expand. If you are expanded, don't go out and say, I'm not expanded, because a lot of you guys, I know you. A lot of you guys, I know you, and I see where you're investing your money. Everything is available. So when I see posts online saying that the Drip community should stay united with the Drip community, I mean, it's unnecessary, guys. Just go after the money. Go where the money is being made. And the money right now, the momentum right now is on Pulse Chain and Pulse Drip. And now with the BSC faucet not generating 365% a year anymore, 365 total for the faucet anymore, it's just not as lucrative people are disincentivized to do a faucet. So now technically we're the only 1% faucet a day. It's hard to ignore, and it sucks that you're actually choosing to ignore it, guys. Okay? If you have any questions about anything that I discussed today, please leave it down in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe. If you want to hate, you can hate as well. That's all good. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.